Welcome to the Video Marketing Show. I'm Phil Arkinstall, and today I've got a special guest, Pete Morgan from Monkey Pants Productions. So, Pete, could you just tell us a bit about yourself?
For 30 years, I was a full-time radio presenter and producer. And then in 2017, I decided to leave radio behind and fully commit myself to the company and help businesses get into podcasting.
So what's the benefits then of a podcast?
The benefits of a podcast, from my point of view, is it's your chance to reaffirm your expertise. And what I love about audio and podcasting is this relationship, this connection that you make with the listener. Because with podcasting, it's very much a one-on-one. Most of the time, the majority of the time, 99% of the time, you're just talking to one person. And that is an incredibly powerful tool for communicating who you are, what your business does, and the benefits of your business without making it a sales pitch.
No, that's really good. And I think, obviously, with the video production hat on, do you see the benefits of video and perhaps linking that with podcasting?
Absolutely. I tell all of my clients that there is absolutely a visual side to making a successful podcast. If you look at one of the biggest podcasts, not one of the biggest podcast in the world, which is the Joe Rogan show, which has been bought by Spotify, he had a huge following, if not just as big a following on YouTube as he did for his podcast. So there's absolutely a place for it, kind of depending on how you feel about being in front of a camera and what your budget is as well.
What are you finding then in terms of the industries out there in the business world? Like, who's adopting podcasting, and perhaps which areas haven't quite got in there, or they're perhaps on the cusp? There's, a newcomer into the marketplace.
What I'm finding is it's lots of SMEs that are going for it, a lot of self-starters, particularly during the pandemic as well, and the lockdown. A lot of people have gone, right, I've started this business, I'm going to start a podcast as kind of a companion piece to go with it as well.
So are you finding much crossover with any of those clients where they're using video and podcasting, or are we finding that perhaps one area goes for video and one area is more sort of focused around the spoken word?
I think before the pandemic, there was a definite split that you were either podcasting or video. But what's happened since the pandemic is that people have been doing both. This is the thing. YouTube is the third biggest way that people are finding podcasts. YouTube is becoming a bigger and bigger player in the podcasting market. And there's no way that you can ignore it anymore.
So I think just to close off, Pete, could you give us your sort of top 3 tips for anyone who's thinking of setting up a podcast?
The first one is plan, but don't plan too much. Know what your title's going to be, know what the kind of format is going to be, and then just start. The second one is invest in a microphone, because it's the biggest and the best investment you're going to make. And the final tip is social media is your friend when it comes to marketing it. A successful podcast is one that is listened to outside of your network, not all of your connections on LinkedIn saying that they like it.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much, Pete. That's really insightful, and it's always great to talk to you. And thank you very much for joining us.
No, thanks very much for inviting us, Phil.
Thank you for joining the Video Marketing Show today. If you like this episode, there are further episodes available on our website and on YouTube. So please have a look, and look forward to seeing you next time.
The ARC Media Video Marketing Show, giving you powerful video marketing strategies to truly make an impact.